Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Soktila. I'm here today to present to you about the world's most amazing topic, the Neolithic megalith of Northern Europe. Would you like to visit the megalith in Northern Europe someday? They vary in different sizes, ranging from as small as a bottle cap to as big as a 20 feet tall building. Their sizes are unbelievable. For a better understanding, I'll divide my presentation into 5 different parts. The first part, what is megalith? Second part, how they were built. The third part, the forms and shape of megalith. The fourth part, where they were found. And last of all, the purposes of using megalith. Now, let's move on to the first part of the presentation. So, what is megalith? Have you ever heard of those gigantic stones stacking on each other, or the large human face shape looking rock on Easter Island? I bet you have heard of it or seen it from the television or some animation movie. Those large pieces of stone are called megaliths. It was the most basic form of architecture. According to Klimzak's 2017 show that dating back to 5,000 years ago, megaliths too were built in the landscape of Malaga of Spain. You already know what megaliths are. Now, I'll talk about the second part of the presentation, which is how they were built. As you already know, the megaliths are very large stones. Some are much larger than human beings. So there is a question pop up on most people's mind. How could people from the past move them, build them, and even stack them on each other? They were built before the time when high technology was developed. Flatbed trucks, forklift, crane, and other construction machines were not yet being introduced back to the past 5,000 years. This is the answer. Without the help from technology, people use things they have from Mother Nature and the power they have. According to Lee 2013, he stated that the process of building the megalith will completely depends on human labor force. That means our ancestors, also the weather, and the help from large and powerful animals such as elephants. I have talked about how the megaliths were built and the struggles while under constructing. Now, I would like to talk about the third part of the presentation, which is the well-known megalith and the location where they were found. They were not built by only a specific group of people. Ancient people take centuries to finish one. They pass down from one generation to one generation. Megaliths were found in many different locations on our planet Earth. They were found on every existing continent but not in every country. Mostly, the megaliths were found on the northern part of Europe, including Wales, Portugal, Germany, etc. The most basic structure of megalith monument is the menhir, which was found in Brittany. It was broken into 4 pieces, but the 3 were found at Loch America. The length of all 4 pieces combined are believed to be 22 feet. We do not know if it was once stand up or not. The most famous one is known as Stonehenge, found in Berkshire Plain of the Great Britain. It is a ring surrounded by a ditch and a bank. It took about 1,700 years to build, which was believed to be built from 2800 BC to 1100 BC. Another greatest burial chamber of megalith stone is called Nureg, which was found in air. It elevated to the top and plain at the bottom. There is a narrow passage in the middle which leads to the burial chamber, with dimension of 60 feet long and 20 feet high. In addition, another great megalith monument is the dolmen, which was found in Brittany. It consists of 3 or more supports toppled over a flat piece of other rock, some of which are standing now while some are mounted over. According to Wilson, 1888, many of the stones were marked and sculptured with cup-shaped holes or crosses, which was believed to be done by a religious head, most of the time the priest, to break up any chance of worship. As I have talked about the third and the fourth part, which are the form, shapes, and where some of the greatest megalith monument has been found. Last of all, I would like to talk about their purposes. According to Sayre 2016, there is a wonder what was the stone built for. Some believe it was built for dealing with the rising and setting of the sun. Some believe it was built for the growing of the body or maturation. And the last and the most reasonable one is to build as a burial ground, because scientists found charcoal beneath the stone. But nowadays, the megalith is no more used other than the tourism site. In conclusion, I would like to sum up the points that I have said, which are what are megalith, how the megalith were built and the problems the builder have to face, the structure and shape of the megalith, the location where megalith can be found, and last of all, the purposes of the humongous stone. I think you all should go to see the stone someday. The best time to see the megalith is summertime, since the weather is nice and warm. You better go there before the stones are gone or destroyed or crushed. It might be decaying and crushed down in the future, who knows. Last of all, I would like to say thank you for spending your precious time watching this video.